Oh, goodness me. Okay, so hello, do we have teachers in the audience? Because this video is solely for teachers. Or with teachers, you either love them or you hate them. Oh, God. But the fact is, we appreciate you, teachers. So this is specifically for you teachers who want to migrate to the UK. And this is teachers move to the UK 101. I'm not going to hold anything back because I have no reason to do so. Enjoy. Teachers, qualified or not, by fire, move to the UK. Okay. So here's the UK government regarding international relocation payment. The government of the UK made this announcement recently. Oh, the first thing I'm greeted with is this emergency alert test on 23rd of April. This Sunday, 3 p.m. It's a reminder by the government. All our phones will go buzzing. Okay, but that's in UK now, not overseas. This video is for overseas. Okay. On the 6th of March, 2023, the government announced this international relocation payments. Let's see what it says. The international relocation payment, IRP, is a single payment of £10,000, which will be available to eligible non-UK trainees and teachers of languages and physics. Okay, so keywords here, languages and physics. Teachers of languages and physics, okay? The payment is designed to cover the cost of visas, immigration health surcharge, and other relocation expenses. The IRP will offer financial support to teachers and trainees from all over the world. So teachers and trainees, we need to take note of that as well. Teachers and trainees from all over the world who wish to come to train and work in English schools, English as in England, English people, English schools, okay? Because otherwise it can mean something else. If English is our second language, English schools is like, it means something else. But no, yeah, in English schools. It will be paid around the end of the teachers or trainees' first term. It will not need to be repaid, so it's a free. If eligible, trainee teachers can receive both the IRP, which is this one, international relocation, and a bursary or a scholarship. We'll get into what this bursary is about and how much it is, what this scholarship is, and on. We are running the international relocation payment as a pilot in 2023 to 2024 academic year. Okay, if you do well, then they will continue. The scheme will open to applications in autumn 2023. Eligibility: to be eligible, teachers or trainees must be coming to England to work or train. If you're coming to England to work or train in 2023 to 2024 academic year, and you are not already living in the UK, to get into teaching website, they get into teaching website has full details of one, eligibility requirements for trainee teachers and eligibility requirements for teachers. You can either come as a trainee or you can come as a qualified teacher. A trainee is someone who you may have a degree but in something else, but now you want to start teaching in an English school. Teachers, it means you already, your qualifications are already into teaching. You're already a teacher in your own country or somewhere else. Okay, so we'll get back to these hyperlinks because we need to know more about those. How the scheme will work. The scheme will work differently for fee-paying trainees, salaried trainees, and teachers. These are also the terms we need to be familiar with. Fee-paying trainees, salaried trainees, and the teachers. So if you are looking for a job or training, you need to check, is it a salary trainee? Am I going to be getting paid at the end of the month? Is it a fee-paying trainee? Is it a teacher? Something like that. Okay, so trainees on fee-paying courses. We need to understand this so we know when we're looking for jobs or whatever. I'll give jobs in this video. You'll be, by the end of the video, you'll be applying. You'll just get your computer in front of you and start applying. Okay, because it's full of jobs and full of everything that you need, almost everything. Okay. Trainees on fee-paying courses. Trainees on fee-paying courses will not need to apply for the IRP. Training providers will pay the IRP directly to these trainees, along with any bursaries they are entitled to, okay? So if you are a trainee on fee-paying course, you get this automatically, plus the bursary. Fee-paying trainees should receive IRP around the end of their first term. Full details of how providers will receive this funding can be found here. If you want to know more how your employer will receive this fund, you can do that. Then salaried trainees. Trainees on salaried courses will need to apply for the IRP themselves. If you are a salaried trainee, apply yourself. You can apply to DFE for the IRP. I think it's Department for Education or something like that. We'll come across it as we talk. From autumn 2021, once they have arrived in the UK and taken up their training place, if their application is successful, DFE will pay the IRP to eligible salaried trainees around the end of their first term. And finally, teachers. Teachers will need to apply to DFE for the IRP from autumn 2023 once they have arrived in the UK and started their teaching job. If the application is successful, also DFE will pay the IRP to eligible teachers around the end of their first term. Trainees with places on salaried courses and teachers planning to come to the UK should be encouraged to email for expression of interest. So you can left click here and get the email address. Is it left or right? Right click. So you can get updates about the scheme, including when you will be able to apply for these payments. Okay, so that you don't miss deadlines and stuff. Employment and immigration checks. Before any payments are released, the DFE would work with the Home Office to check all visa and immigration requirements. They will contact the employing school of non-UK teachers or salaried trainees to check their employment status and teaching subject, okay? So they will verify, are you a salaried person? Are you, just to make sure that there's no mix-up of things where you are on salary, but maybe you are mistakenly saying you are not, or stuff like that. And the teaching subject, because it's said at the beginning for teachers of languages and the physics, yeah? Languages and physics. So if you are teaching something else, Bible knowledge or religious education, we call it, or something else different, that's not what they have. This fund is focusing on, okay? It's focusing on languages and excuse me. Yeah. So let's look at visa as a teacher. We'll be just going through quickly. This section explains the visas and immigration routes you may be able to use to work in England. You can check if you need a visa, definitely do. Contact the visa, no. Check if you still apply EU settlement. No, this is not for EU. Search for a teaching job and apply for a skilled worker visa, but this one. Okay. You can use the UK government teaching vacancies services to search for available teaching roles. So you click here to search jobs. This one that we have opened is for UK. If you want in Scotland, you click here, teaching jobs in Scotland. You go on this website and don't like cookies, too much, man. Off. Okay, accept the recommended. Okay. So teaching jobs, find your perfect career. It has so many jobs here. English, that's language, isn't it? Principal teacher, I don't know what that is, but yeah. Languages and physics. Yeah, so and it has so many pages, so you can flip at the bottom here where you see different pages and find the jobs that you are looking for that is fit for you. That is Scotland. Let's go back on this website. If you want Wales, you click here. You can't go wrong. No, we don't want Welsh, we want English. So you can't go wrong because it is our government website. You want full-time jobs? Yes, view all the jobs. It's brought 62 results, but probably there's something specifically that you are interested in. You can filter in terms of language. We want something that is in English. How many hours of work? Full-time is okay. Salary expectation. Anything, to be honest. Filter the results. It's brought back 50. How many per page? Let's have all of them at once. So we can just go through them. Yeah, that's how you can go through and find out if there's something that speaks to you and that something that meets the criteria. For example, let's go back. What else is on there? Northern Ireland. Yeah, jobs in Northern Ireland. This is the Northern Ireland website. Okay, you can search here by using keywords. English teacher. Teacher of English with ability to teach drama. Teacher primary school. Teacher this, teacher that. We're not going to be looking into each of them, but you guys you take your time and have a look at what they say. Some vacancies they may have sponsorship with it written. So I wanted us to focus also on the England bit. So with the England, if you want to search in England, you click on start now. Keywords. I don't want any keywords. I just want jobs to come out. So let's search. Teacher of maths, director of maths, social sciences. Yeah. So if you're into job search, I feel like it's always good to go to the advertisers page. This one is Whitmore High School. So then you go to Whitmore High School. Everyone talks about, deny. Cookies is too distractive. Yeah, so they have positions: teacher, subject English, teacher geography, teacher physical education, teacher this, teacher that. So, okay, so that's how you can look for jobs and see. Let's see what this one is saying. Deadline 2nd of May. Let's just check one or two. With the school. Yes, that's the school. And this one, it doesn't mention any visa sponsorship, but as I said, I have a list of jobs which will give you right foot in front, get started immediately. Because these we are just browsing to see how you can go about it. So you can make here your specific, I don't know what you teach. Is it physics? Teacher. And if you have more, things that you want, like for example, in Coventry, West Midlands, whatever. And even here, you can use the filters. We want teachers in what? English. Languages. Yeah. Maths. I think I saw maths somewhere. Physics. Social sciences. Probably just science, Spanish. All these are languages, but is the apply filter. Okay, you find science teacher and the academies. Most academies have vacancies at the moment. And we do specify age range and all of this, all of that. But yeah, so that's how you're going to be searching jobs here. Let's go back to this. I also wanted to give you this guidance on routes to qualified teacher status for teachers and those with teaching experience outside of the UK. So how do you get the QTS, qualified teacher status? English teacher training leads to a professional teaching qualification called QTS. If you are a qualified teacher from outside of the UK, you can work as a teacher in England for up to 4 years without QTS. After that, you need QTS to teach in many schools in England, although it's not a legal requirement in all types of schools. So yeah, for the first 4 years you can do without, but learn here how to apply for QTS if you trained to teach. And this one, it says Scotland and all of that, but we want yeah, an overview of visas. Okay, teaching in England. We want for people who were teaching outside of England. Apply for QTS in England. Apply for QTS in England. These countries listed here: Zimbabwe, South Africa. When you apply for QTS in England, you do not need to pay a fee to a training provider, undergo any further training, or visit the UK. Okay. So these are like exempted or what? In addition, if you have, maybe they start here, From 1st of February, if you have a teaching qualification from the foreign countries and regions, you'll be able to use our new service to check if you meet the requirements and apply for QTS in England. In addition, if you have a subject specialism in languages, maths, or science, and a teaching qualification to teach 11 to 16-year-olds from one of the foreign countries, you'll be able to use the service to check if you meet the requirements and apply for QTS. Ghana, India, Jamaica, Nigeria, Singapore, South Africa, Zimbabwe. Okay, they've been... Okay, when you apply for QTS in England, you do not need to, we looked at that. Applying for assessment, I think all these things people you can read. Okay, about QTS, international qualifications. Right, this is talking about ENIC, okay? UK ENIC, it used to be called NALIC. I think I've covered it in the slides. It's the next slide, I guess. But before I go to that, there is, yeah, you need to read about international QTS as well to understand. Then this website, which is cookies. Save all the time and then go back to the page. Okay, I said one-stop page, so it means there's a lot of things here. Yeah, so if you want to train to teach as an international student, or you want to get qualified teacher status, get international qualified teacher status, or if you want to teach in England, if you're trained, so it's like all the things I returned to England after teaching overseas. So there's a lot of information here. I just included it so you can have a look, but let's look at the next. This is ENIC that I was talking about. Sorry. I've jumped a page. This one. UK ENIC, formerly NALIC. And it says, if you studied overseas, you can get a statement from UK ENIC, the UK agency that recognizes international qualifications. So they will compare your qualifications with the UK standards to determine at what stage your qualifications will put you. Is it a high diploma? Is it a degree? Is it a... Actually, is it at par with UK masters? So there'll be, yeah, such comparisons. QTS routes for teachers. I think there's a link that we already went through, but let me just check in case we miss anything. Okay. Registration. School teacher, £45. Applying for registration. Accreditation. I'm just checking why we brought this website. Submitting. Mission for final year. No. Induction. Or should Let me just see this. Definitely, we're not looking for a great session. I might find why we brought it, because I look at websites few days before I can record, and then by the time sometimes you reach the recording time, you've missed the what was the point. But I'm sure it would still be as useful to you guys. Oh, sorry. Did I miss a page again? I wanted to click on this. I did not highlight it. Scotland. The General Teaching Council for Scotland, qualified outside of Scotland. We welcome and support applications from teachers and college lecturers who qualified outside Scotland. We award GTC Scotland registration, which is a legal requirement to teach in Scottish schools, blah, blah, blah. Selection, I'm a college lecturer, I'm a teacher. So in this case, you're a teacher. The application processing time, QTS. If you intend to register with the GTC Scotland so that you can teach in England, please note the changes made to QTS route in England by the UK government. So you need to click there, see the changes they are talking about. It is taking several months to process applications for individuals who have qualified out of Scotland. The majority applications are processed in order of receipt. Once you have submitted your application, so yeah, the earlier you submit, the better, because September start is not far. We'll contact you as soon as we can when we have an update to share about your application status. Eligibility information, pre-application guidance. I think all these are the checklist, teaching employment details, referees details, your original teaching qualifications, the birth certificate, blah, 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 all these requirements. Before you start, this application has a total of 9 pages. Start your application, okay? Teacher education. If you have not completed your teacher education, please do not apply. You should wait until you have successfully completed the full teacher education program and your awarding higher education institution is able to provide you with a written confirmation. If you apply before this, will not be able to assess your application and will not be able to refund your processing fee. Please click on each of the items below. Okay, so it means this is for teacher only, not trainee. If you intend to teach in Scotland, because there are like 3 countries in one, so it can be confusing, but just make sure that if you are doing England, just be consistent and follow England. If you are doing Scotland, be consistent with Scotland to the end, not mixing the 2 or the 4 or the 3. Okay, get into teaching. This is the website. What you need to teach. Teach in England and you'll benefit from working in a world-class education system. You earn a competitive salary, get supported in your professional development, and have varied job opportunities. That's true. Okay. Not qualified as a teacher yet? Find out how you can train to teach in England as in an UK citizen. So if you are not trained, that would be the link that you would follow. Train to teach in England as an international student. This should be your friend. Why train to teach in England? It's what you need to know. Apply for teacher training. Check your eligibility, which talks here. To train to teach in England, you need a bachelor's degree This can be from a university outside of the UK, an English language qualification, a maths qualification. If teaching children aged 3 to 11 in primary school, a physics, chemistry, or biology, in bracket science qualification, which is the same standard as grade 4 GCSEs. So you read all these requirements if you are looking for into teaching. Okay, so it says here, if you are planning on training to teach languages and physics, you could be eligible for a financial help with up to 39,000, including an international relocation payment worth 10,000, which we started with. So learn more about fees and funding for non-UK trainees here. You need to click on it and read it and understand. You already in the UK, you need to have this and that. Yourself, you are not. So there we go. When you have qualified teacher status, you'll be able to apply for paid teaching jobs in England. To find a teaching job, you must apply to individual schools. We'll be going into schools in a minute. Use the teaching vacancies service to search for jobs by region, teaching vacancies, okay? So this is teaching vacancies for is it England only or everyone? For teacher and school jobs near you. Excuse me. Math, science, computer searches. I don't want us to get into to start searching, but yourself, you will need that. And I hope you have a pencil and pen where you're writing notes and for yourself and marking the especially the website that you'll need most to get through it. I know this is maybe a bit faster because we're not reading everything, but you will understand more when you read everything at your own pace. Okay. So where did we start from? Let's get back. Yeah, so it's the same. Teaching in England, that's the website. Teaching in Scotland, you need to get to becoming a teacher qualified niche outside of Scotland. Let's just look at Scotland. Teaching jobs or becoming a teacher. Become a secondary school teacher for biology, for example. Starting salary. Universities you can study, it says this one, University of Stirling. So you know where to apply. PGDE, university courses. The universities you can study in, they are listed here: Aberdeen, Glasgow, West of Scotland, Highlands and Islands, Napier, Strathclyde, as well as Edinburgh, and all sorts. Okay, but biology was just an example. You need to put in what is your own preference. Let's look at Northern Ireland. Initial teacher education courses in Ireland. These are the universities. Information on various course options for initial teacher education in Northern Ireland. I don't have much background on this. Let me see. I like to hear about the word international first before I jump on it. But we have a lot of We haven't looked at Wales as well. We have a lot of things going on here. This is for Wales careers. If you're looking for jobs or training, if you're looking for training as educator, we are passionate about lifelong learning. Too many things. Teaching jobs in England. Okay. Yeah, we've been to this one. So, oh, save the data. Maybe I searched physics teacher before. There's no. Oh yeah, I searched earlier on, isn't it? Bit of physics teacher, physics this, physics that. Maybe you're a maths teacher. Maths. Jobs will also pop up, 238 jobs, but apply the filters. Let's bring a 60th form, which is great. In a Beaufort, maths teacher in Northampton, etc., etc. I just want to rush to actual vacancies. Trying to teach all these guidances. I think we have plowed through. If not, the links will be in the chat. You can always go through them. And okay, if you are trainee in England, Scotland, these are the links. Ireland, teacher training course in Ireland. We opened these websites, some of them, I think. Yeah, international student, I think we've looked at that. Yeah, trained to teach in England as an international student. Non-UK. Yeah, we've looked at that. Let's move on. Training to teach, finding your courses and your universities. Okay, I think this is great. It's good. Before you start, you need to check what qualifications you need. Primary and secondary postgraduate teacher training, you need these: a degree, grade 4 or above for English. Further education postgraduate teaching, you need a degree, and over that, if you studied overseas, you can get a statement from NALIC, formerly NALIC, now you ENIC. Have you been offered a course, a place on a course? You need to confirm these things: your health, your DBS, and apply for visa before you can leave. So yeah, find postgraduate teacher training courses. If you click here for England, you click here for Scotland, you click here for Wales, you click there for Northern Ireland. We have this link in here, which you'll get in the description below. Same with Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. Let's just check Northern Ireland, what they are talking about. Allow selected. Okay. Train to teach in Northern Ireland. Routes to teaching. They've listed the universities. Does it say international? You see? Find out more. Train to teach in Northern Ireland. In the following university, yes, Open, Ulster, Stranmills, St. Mary's, and Queen's University School of Education. You apply through UCAS, and then wow. Yeah, so this is the website, guys. Have a look. Probably you'll find a clue because this is the website that we've been given for Northern Ireland. If you're interested in Northern Ireland, we're moving on. Sponsored teaching jobs. Okay. So Okay, I removed the second employer, but yeah, this is one of the employers, Rich South Academy Trust. You need to write down the name, write down their website. So this school has several jobs, sponsored jobs. So we'll look at some of the jobs, and the jobs that are being advertised on this website, mynewterm.com. That's where all these jobs are listed, teacher jobs. Rich South Academy Trust has several schools under it. So the jobs will be from different schools. So this is one of them. Hang on a minute. What was the thing saying? Candidate registration. Oh, how to apply. Okay, yeah. I'm ahead of myself, really. Yeah. So if you like any job, this is the link you can use how to apply. I think that's what I wanted to hear. So that you start with email, I'm not a robot, register, you continue to register. If you've registered already, you'll come back and log in and finish your form. But let's look at the jobs first. You don't start with creating accounts before you know what you are creating. So science teacher at Parkfield School. Why did we bring this job in? I'm always happy when I see what I'm looking for. So like this job, science teacher at Parkfield School, and the employer is that academy we mentioned, Rich something, Rich South Academy Trust, yeah. At this Parkside, Parkfield School in Hampshire, and the contract is full-time permanent, salary over 28,000 per year. They are closing applications on 3rd of May. You are starting in September. Please, when you come to Hampshire, because you've been offered this, it says here, visa sponsorship available. I like when things are clear, not when you have to look and not find it. I want to look and find it, okay? Visa available. So how do you apply? That's the link I gave before to say, how do you apply? You create a create account, or you just click here, it will take you to the same page. Because you have not accepted cookies. I'm not accepting cookies again myself, but yourself, when you're applying, you need to accept cookies. It's this page that I already opened here, candidate registration. And we already have it on here, so you'll find it in the description below, because I'll share the slides. So if you're a science teacher, that's one opportunity. Number 2, class teacher at Morris, So what you need to do is to do a research with this trust. They're saying visa sponsorship available, but what else does it come with? Yes, there's a salary here, 28,000, and this school is in Plymouth, Morristown Primary School. Okay, and the money is a lot, which is great. I know teaching is also hard. Can be a hard job in UK. About the trust, you just need to understand your employer by reading all of this. But I wanted a statement around visa. I know it says on top visa available, but what else does it come with? How they explained it. It says visa sponsorship available, but I wanted to, what else? What's the package? How does the package look like? But if it's within the jobs that you are getting, the 10,000 relocation, blah, 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 is things that you can ask. And like we saw earlier on, they say you can sign up for updates. So you can get an email when the application starts or when you are due for applying or something around. This position as well, head of English at Parkfield. So you're head of English is languages. There's a sponsorship is available if you're someone who is a teacher of English. Okay. Okay, there is a statement here. Please note that Rich South Academy Trust is a licensed sponsor for certificate of, I think it's certificate of sponsorship applications, and therefore can consider applications from candidates eligible to apply for teaching and teaching leadership roles only. Okay, so you can't apply for teacher assistant, but you can apply for a teacher or a head teacher leadership sort of stuff, assistant head teacher and stuff like that, because it's leadership. Okay, this one here, job number 4, Sen. It's also in Plymouth, Devon. Visa sponsorship is also available here. And the interview dates are soon. Closing date 23rd. Wow, this Sunday. So it's, we'll be releasing this video on 22nd. Oh, God. There's no time. There's no time. Okay. But for those who can, yeah, just make sure, yeah, they talk about sponsorship here as well. We're moving on. And yeah, I said anything because it's like they have too much jobs. So here is the thing, not too much, but they have quite a lot. So you can go through it here, all these jobs, and see which ones they are talking about visa sponsorship. This side, on the right side here, these all listed jobs for this, for the, oh, sorry. For this Trust Rich South Academy. Okay. What else is remaining in this presentation? Resources. Okay. So I wanted to bring to your attention this website that I've used for the Rich Trust School, that this actually, they have loads of jobs. So if you want teaching jobs, because that's what we are seeing that it's being supported, or leadership jobs within the schools, teacher training, just come here, like it says 735 teaching and lecturing jobs. So you can use your own filters here. Job type, subject type. So for example, if you are only looking for English, just pick English, or it's something else. Where is math or science? Math 69. It is a lot of work to come down to yours. For example, if they have 69 vacancies, but if you want something so bad, going through 69 vacancies is nothing, because you just want to pick what you want and apply. Okay, so there you go. So let's see social sciences and then update the filter. So 9 jobs under social science. Head of this, teacher of social sciences. We offer sociology, psychology, criminology, blah, blah, blah. And this is a different employer, but I don't know if they have sponsorship. I don't know what this means, suitable for ECT. We used to have ECT, which meant in full it was No, I think I'm confusing. I was thinking about electronic transfer systems, um electronic credit transfer system, but here the S is a small s, so that's why I'm confused. Probably it's not also that, there's something else under the same acronym, under the same abbreviation. Okay. Yeah, so this, I'm not gonna go into details about reading critically to look for if they are sponsoring or not, but we're just saying this is actually a very good website which you can use. They say all jobs advertise here 1,400, but then you lower down to teaching, and within teaching, is it what specialty you are looking for? I also included find a job. This is a government, UK government website. You can put a, if you want to, what can we say? I'll use physics again. Physics. Oh God, all of that. Physics teacher, physics. It's too much. So I don't know if we add skilled worker. These that's not a skill, but no wonder it hasn't come up with something. So let's try this. 551, but we need to include something. Yeah, like teaching. Yes. Teaching jobs, 21. Associate lecture, blah, blah, blah. Professor. Doing that. Oh, it's giving us about lecturers. We want Sunday school teachers or what lecturers. So yeah, teaching job, but is there another filter we can use? Let me see. Visa. In UK, Wales, posted yesterday. No, we need to add something, but I can't find what. Anyway, salary range, it has to be from 25. You don't need to, no maximum. There are other jobs here. Visa sponsorship. But what we need is secondary school teacher, for example. School teacher. Okay, so I needed to add secondary school teacher. That's better. Yeah, so you can start from there and have a look if these are sponsored, and if you add full-time, the numbers will. Some people don't want anywhere else, but they have maybe they want to stay where Lorraine stays, then it becomes now Naloa and Naloa. And this one, yeah, but then the trick is in finding sponsorship. So somehow the search needs to include sponsorship, so that, anyway, not just in West Midlands. Let's leave it blank. Sponsorship is not coming up. Let's try sponsorship on its own without secondary. Oh, there we go. But I want secondary schools. Yeah. So at least we know what we are doing and what we'll be looking for. But it takes time, but nothing comes easy. And who said life's gonna be easy anyway? Okay, so yeah, those are the two websites that I wanted to share. And yeah, let me stop sharing. Great. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you find something to apply. You'll find the links in the description below. Please subscribe. There's a purple button here, or there's a word just below this video which says subscribe. Make sure you tap on it. Let's grow the channel so we can reach out to many people, and that will encourage me to do more research and share more and the things that are relevant to the audience. Okay, so thank you so much, and bye bye. I'll say